Today I'm going to show you a way to clear any obstacles or anything that you believe is in the way to what you want to manifest. Anything that comes into your mind when you think about why it's not here yet or what evidence you're using in your 3D. So what physical evidence, and that includes people, that you're thinking of as the reason why you don't have your desire yet. We're going to clear that today. We're going to completely obliterate that obstacle. So if that interests you, I think you should keep watching. Hello, my fellow flawless, limitless, sexy, sassy, saucy HBICs. How are you on this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? How are you all? I hope you're all doing fabulous. I hope you're all choosing to be the versions of yourself that have exactly what you want. I hope that's what you're doing. I hope you're having the most amazing day. If you're new to my channel, well, hello. How you doing? I am Kimberly, and I am a bit sassy and sarcastic. That's my shiny, beautiful personality. And if you can handle that, I would love for you to subscribe and be friends with me, because I have a feeling you like to get the things you want. You clearly are interested in manifestation, and you probably want to get your things in pretty quick fashion. I like all that too. That's why I'm here. That's why I talk about what I talk about. That's why I help people to clear their obstacles. Because there really aren't any obstacles, truthfully. I help people to get what they want. And it's absolutely beautiful. And it happens daily. We are having relentless successes come in, and it's not because, oh, this person's special or that person's special. No, you're special. We're all special. And if we have a desire on our heart, it is because we are meant to experience it. We deserve it. We are worthy of it. And I'm going to show you that today. If you would like to work with me in any way, shape, or form, all of that information is in the drop box below, as well as the information about my 3 channel memberships. If you would like some support throughout your week on your manifestation journey or the evolution of yourself, feel free to check out the channel memberships. If you check it out now, you get to hang out with us this evening. Yeah, we have 2 channel memberships. I think you should look at the VIP, the Advanced Manifestors group, because that group gives you access to all of the channel memberships. And there are 2 of them happening this evening. The VIP, the Advanced Manifestors, is the group where we deep dive manifestation, where we talk about everything you can think of regarding conscious awareness, conscious manifestation. So then you can feel a hell of a lot more confident about yourself and what you're manifesting. That group gives you access to the other channel membership that's also happening this evening, which is the Exclusive Lives. The Exclusive Lives is the channel membership where all we talk about is success stories and tips and tricks. No circumstances allowed in that group. And then on Friday, we have the Hot Seat group, and that is the group where you can get into the hot seat anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how many times you've gotten into the hot seat, where you can ask me anything you want about your manifestation. It's really like a 10 to 15 minute coaching call with me. So if that interests you and you are like me and are nosy and you want to be a part of all 3 groups to hang out with me for well over 3 hours every single week, come on, it would be fun. You know you want to hang out with me. We're going to be friends. Then join the VIP, the Advanced Manifestors. Like I said, both that and the Exclusive Lives group are happening tonight. Okay? Starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about, first and foremost, when we're manifesting something, if we don't already have it, and if we're experiencing fearful thoughts regarding that manifestation, we tend to think of things that we logically and literally believe are preventing us from having our desire. And sometimes that might just be past experiences. We might think that something we experienced throughout our life caused us a trauma. Or it could be anything. I don't want to just narrow it down to just traumatic experiences. It can be anything that you keep bringing with you. And, you think of yourself as, scarred in a sense. And that's not to downplay any experiences you may have had. It's not for me to tell you what should be deemed as traumatic and what's not. Everything is very much relative. However, with that, the baggage that we keep bringing along with us, it might be the thing that we think is in the way of the desire or preventing us from experiencing a life we want. Or you might have actual circumstances. There might be, for example, if you're manifesting a specific person, you might actually have a scenario where there is another person, a third party. So we see that third party as a direct obstacle, a reason why you and your specific person can't be together. You could be manifesting new love, and maybe because you've experienced not great relationships in your past and you believe that's just what your destiny is to have one failed relationship after another. I understand you. I used to have a belief where my relationships couldn't last more than 2 years. And I will tell you, I got that belief while in the midst of being in a 10-year relationship. And yeah, I allowed that. I believed that, I accepted it, and I manifested it over and over and over and over again until I found Neville Goddard. Just saying. So we may all have individual reasons why we think things aren't happening. It might even be a belief that you have a belief. You might have something that you narrow in on and consider the reason why things haven't changed, why things aren't moving. So let's obliterate this. First of all, we are called to know, as the 12 disciples, we are called to know that our desires are a gift from God. And I think that if anyone has been brought up with any type of religious-y stuff, for example, or being raised in Catholicism or anything of that type, we tend to still correlate God as this, as I like to say, like a Gandalf on the mountain, you shall not pass. Where that is not at all what God is. God is within us. You can call it a different name. You want to call it universe, your subconscious mind, your conscious awareness, your higher self, whatever feels good to you. That beingness, which is your true nature, it's a gift from that. We are called to know that. So when we're questioning where our desire is, we are forgetting the most important thing, which is that gift from God. It is a gift. It is a promise, or that desire would not be on your heart. And I'm sure this is not something you've never heard of. If you've watched enough manifestation content, I'm sure you might have heard that before. If not, I know I have several videos on it. Sometimes knowing that our manifestation is a gift is not enough. Not enough to put out the fire of fear within our mind. So I want you to, in this moment, know yourself as who you are. Quiet your mind as best as possible. Close your eyes and be in the stillness for a moment. And know that we are connected as source, or connected with source, whatever you feel most comfortable with. And I want you to set the intention. You're open, you're willing, you're choosing in this moment to set the intention that you are releasing any connections, anything that we see as obstacles. You are seeing it as being released. If there's someone you need to forgive, you are forgiving this person. You're willingly in this moment surrendering any ties or tethers that you think is in the way of your desire. For any of you who believe, well, you still have limiting beliefs, that maybe your subconscious mind is still holding a limiting belief. You are setting the intention that you right now in this moment are willing to surrender that belief. You are surrendering it willingly and you're allowing yourself to transcend to your desired state of consciousness. What you've just done does not require that you pretend you didn't have experiences in your past. However, you do have the option to absolutely release or revise any experience in your life, but I'm not asking you to do that here. You're being open to release all beliefs that you think might be in the way, any fears of a third party, any fears of the not good enough belief, anything that's coming into your mind, you willingly release. You have set the intention of that release. You might experience an emotion or feeling in this moment. And if you would prefer to do this after the video has ended, that is also perfectly fine, because you are connected to source consciousness at all times. At all times. If you are someone that believes more on the sciencey side of things, you can do the same thing, is set the intention that you are willing to surrender any beliefs or any physical obstacles. After you have willingly released whatever you feel is in the way, I want you to, for a moment, think of anything in your life that you knew, you just knew, or you just know. You just know it. For example, I just know my hair is curly. I just know I'm wearing a maroon burgundy shirt. I just know it. So think of anything. Think of a moment if you want. A moment that you inherently knew something and it was true. As in you had something in the physical that you connected to. So for instance, maybe it's when you knew you loved your specific person, the moment you knew it. You experienced that. You tied it to the present moment at that time. And now we're thinking of a past moment, right? So I'm connecting, I'm anchoring to the present moment that I know I'm wearing a maroon burgundy shirt. I know it. I don't have to question it. I'm not going to fight over it. It's what I know. Whatever that feels like in your body, and it might be nothing. You might just feel neutral. I want you to think about how you're feeling, what that feeling is to you. So again, whatever memory or whatever you are currently looking at that you're knowing in this moment, that feeling that's in your body, we're going to anchor it to your desire. And I want you to tell yourself right now, I know the desire is mine. Or I know the manifestation is mine. If you would like to say, I know the millions are mine, the specific person is mine. I know the relationship is mine. I know because I am speaking as the word of source. I know it because I know it. I know it because I claim it. I know it because I've decided it. I have known it my entire life. I've known it before I've known myself. It is mine. It is done. And I want you to think of this. We just anchored that desire to your present moment. It's done. It's yours. There's nothing more in the way. We're not concerned with linear time. And now I want you to think of your manifestation. I want you to think of your life, your reality, as having it, as living it right now, in this present moment. So maybe you're thinking of a moment spent with your specific person, not a past moment, something new. And it can be anything. It can be you sitting on the couch, both with bowls of ice cream, watching TV if you'd like. We're anchoring it. Maybe it's you checking out on a website, buying yourself a new handbag because you are financially free. Whatever your desire is, right now in this moment, think of yourself as already having it. When you've got the thought there, when you have a picture in your mind or you have a thought in your mind of yourself as having it right now. So a present moment right now, it's yours. We're anchoring that as a known truth. It's done. It's yours. You are that new self. And no matter what thoughts, fears, doubts, any other possible things in the way, we comfortably know that that's just fear and it's not truth. Now you remember this moment we just had, and you remember this as you're anchoring. You've released anything in the way, and you get to comfortably know the desire is yours. The desire is a gift of God. And as the 12 disciples of God, this is one part. This is one of the disciples. That we get to know that our desire is a gift. It's not our concern how it comes to us because our ways are not God's ways. But we know it's done. We know it's ours. And we can, from this exact moment on, be living in comfort, in contentment, that it really is done, that it really is ours. And we can freely think of ourselves as being the selves in the reality that we will experience the desire, and that all things that we're experiencing from this moment on are all part of the evolution of that manifestation fully presenting itself in the physical. This isn't woo-woo hooey-dooey. We've made a conscious choice, and it is as simple as what we've just done in this video. It's done. It's yours. So on that note, I'll see you tomorrow.